and screen clear? All okay? Are the voice and screen clear? All okay? Yes. Okay. Let everyone join. Fine. 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 Let everyone join. So, can we say that T equal to 0, total energy of the particle will be potential energy? What is that? Let me read that chat. Can we say that at T equal to 0, total energy of particle will be potential energy only? In kinetic theory of gases, we do not consider potential energy. We consider only kinetic energy. Okay? We consider only kinetic energy. Potential energy is neglected at all the temperatures. Okay, in KTG, potential energy is neglected at all the temperatures. We consider the gas to be a dilute gas. Okay, dilute in the sense it will have less pressure, less concentration. Okay, the separation between the molecules is large, so that the intermolecular forces can be neglected. One more question, sir. Can RMS velocity be shown on a curve, root of mean of square values? Okay. Just give me a second. Anyways, how there can be T equal to 0? I mean, still there shall be some velocity. How there can be T equal to 0? Yes, T equal to 0 होना नहीं है. I mean, still there shall be some velocity. No, at 0 Kelvin you will not have any velocity. Okay. Now let me try to answer the questions. Let me repeat the question. The question was something like this: at 0 Kelvin, number one question, expansion takes place means internal energy increase, so potential energy decrease. Okay, Akash is trying to say something. Let me answer one by one. Okay, don't ask question now. Let me answer one by one. Once I answer all the questions, then you may ask the doubt. Fine. The first question: at 0 Kelvin, will the entire energy of the gas will be potential? First question. First of all, KTG doesn't consider potential energy at all. Okay, it has some assumptions, and in those assumptions, it has nothing to do with the potential energy. Potential energies of the intermolecular interactions are neglected. Fine. If sir the potential energies are not neglected, if the potential energies are not being neglected, then if potential energies are not being neglected, in that case you may say at 0 Kelvin, energy of the molecules is certainly going to be the potential energy itself. Okay, if the potential energies are not neglected. Fine. So second question was something like this. Let me read it again. Just give me a second. Anyways, how there can be T equal to 0? Yes, T equal to 0 we cannot achieve. Temperature equal to 0 Kelvin we cannot achieve. I mean, still there shall be some velocity. No, at 0 Kelvin there will not be velocity. Once at 0 Kelvin there will not be any velocity. At 0 Kelvin everything should be at their solid state. Okay, because somewhere there should be melting point above 0 Kelvin. Okay, so at 0 Kelvin everything should be in the solid state. Okay, a perfect crystalline substance. Okay, third law of thermodynamics that we will learn. A perfect crystalline substance. Okay, at 0 Kelvin we'll have zero entropy, no molecular randomness, so no kinetic energies. These are some higher points. These points we are going to discuss, but at the end, okay, the questions that you are getting now are nothing but the result of the curiosity. Fine. Now some next question was, sir, can we show RMS velocity on the graph? Can we show the most probable speed on the graph? Yes, we can show. Okay, this is the speed which is possessed by most of the number of molecules. So this is your most probable speed. Okay, this is your most probable speed. We know RMS speed is more than the most probable speed. So here somewhere you will be having RMS speed. Okay, and here RAM, right? And here you will be having some average speed. Am I right? Reply me in the chat box. Here you will be having some RMS speed. Here you will be having the average speed, and here you will be having the most probable speed, which is possessed by most of the number of molecules. Check kara. Can I show it on the graph? Yes, I can show it on the graph. Fine. So I think the Maxwellian distribution and shifting of the curve with temperature should be clear to all of you. With rise in temperature, the peak shall decrease. Peak shall decrease because total number of the student count or the total number of molecules are to be conserved. Okay, fine. So shall I say Maxwell distribution, or just reply me in the chat box? I know it is it was something which was tricky. It involves a lot of thinking, but you are definitely able to think up to this difficulty level. हे सगळं तुम्हाला यायला पाहिजे, तेवढं तुम्हाला कॅपेबल बनवलेलं आहे. जर मला येते तर तुम्हालाही यायला पाहिजे. ओके, यायला पाहिजे. ते आपण पहिल्या जन्माला आलो, फिजिक्स नंतर जन्माला आले. एखादा पॉइंट असू शकतो ट्रिकी. काय विचारतील? शिफ्टिंग ऑफ द कर्व विचारतील विथ राइज इन टेम्परेचर. क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी कवर्ड आहे, सो जस्ट डोंट वरी. ओके, शिफ्टिंग ऑफ द कर्व विचारलेला आहे. So this was initial temperature T1. With rise in temperature, the molecules with the low speed will decrease and the molecules with the high speed will increase. So this is the temperature T2, and given that T2 is higher than T1. Okay. The question paper wali analogy लक्षात ठेवायची. Okay. You can definitely solve such kind of questions. Okay. Graph questions. Fine. जसं काय जे काय मॅथमॅटिकल एखादा क्वेश्चन वगैरे जर आला तर डायरेक्टली मला पाठवा. वी कॅन डिस्कस दॅट काइंड ऑफ मॅथमॅटिक्स ऑल्सो. ओके, बट फॉर टाइम बिंग लेट्स अवॉइड दॅट. लेट्स बी क्लियर विथ द लॉजिक as well along with the graphical questions. Fine. Now everyone in your notebook write down the heading as thermodynamics. Write down thermodynamics. So are you ready for a new journey? Interesting part, thermodynamics. Sir, mean free path. Okay, one more point. There was one question. Okay, something like this. There are n number of particles. Okay, just write down, before writing thermodynamics heading, just write down mean free path. Mean free path. Okay, let us try to draw path of a single molecule. This is the path 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it started here. Here it had first collision, second collision, third collision and fourth collision. Okay, and in this way it is traveling different free paths. This is the first free path, this is the second free path, third free path, fourth free path. At this end and this end there will be collision. At this end and this end there will be collision. Again at this end and this end there will be collision. Okay, fine. So what is the mean path? Sorry, what is the mean free path? Sir, it is lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 and so on, all divided by total number of collisions. Okay, this is called as mean free path. This definition we already know. Okay, this definition we already know. Now, sir, is there any formula to find out mean free path? Yes. Why do we need formula? Because we cannot go and measure all these individual paths traveled by the particle. Okay, we cannot just measure this lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, lambda 4. We just cannot measure. Fine, sir. So what is the formula? The formula is 1 upon root 2 pi d square n. Now what is d? Just write down along with me. D is molecular diameter. Okay, in KTG molecule is a sphere. Whether it is monoatomic, whether it is diatomic, whether it is triatomic, polyatomic, we are going to consider it as a sphere or a point. Okay, so it is molecular diameter. So what is D? It is molecular diameter. What is N? Number of molecules per unit volume. This is number of collision. So here instead of writing N, let us write number of collisions. That is equal to number of molecules also, but for time being let us write the complete word number of collisions, and here let me write small n equal to number of molecules per unit volume. But it is also called as number density. number of molecules per unit volume. Okay, this is the formula to find out mean free path. We have to remember this formula. Okay, we have to remember this formula. Fine, is that okay? Write it down and let me know in the chat box, clear and written. We have to remember this formula. 1 upon root 2 pi d square n. 1 upon root 2 pi d square n. See how I am remembering it? I remember it like this: 1 upon root 2 pi d square n. Everything in the denominator, nothing is in the numerator. Everything is in the denominator, nothing is in the numerator. Okay, unit काय यायला पाहिजे बाळ? Unit of this entire term should be meter or centimeter. Let's see. Root 2 unitless, pi unitless, d square unit काय येणार बाळ? Diameter square. It is meter square. Number of molecules per unit volume. Number of molecules, no unit. Per unit volume, meter cube. Sir, meter square upon meter cube cancel. This 1 upon meter will go into the numerator and will become meter. Yes. Unit of mean free path is meter. Unit of mean free path is meter. So in this way, I just verify whether I have written the correct formula or not. See, formulas which I am remembering. Okay, those formulae which I have remembered, I always verify left hand side unit with the right hand side unit. So now I am confirmed that whatever formula I have given to you is the correct one. Okay, check whether it is clear to all of you or not. Unit point clear झाला का बाळांनो? Unit वाला विषय clear झाला का? Here we have meter square, here we have 1 upon meter cube. So 1 upon meter, that meter will go into the numerator. Check whether it is clear or not. Let me know in the chat box. Mean free path विचारला तर काढता येईल आता. सरांनी फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे, काढता येईल. Of course you will need calculation. Okay, सुटका नहीं है calculation पासून. But we have already trained for the calculation. Okay, so just don't worry about that. Fine. I think we shall now move on to the next chapter. Okay, I'm expecting that chapter should be started today and shall be completed in the next week. Okay, आज वार कुठला आहे? It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 days we'll get complete lectures, and in the next week 6 lectures, 10 lectures. Fine. Around 80% chapter will be completed in 10 lectures. Okay. फार मोठा चॅप्टर नाहीये, कारण त्याचे जे काही सेपरेट पार्ट्स होते ते आपण ऑलरेडी कव्हर केलेले आहेत. ओके, केटीईचा पार्ट आपण ऑलरेडी सेपरेटली कव्हर केलाय. थर्मोडायनामिक्स वी विल कव्हर सेपरेटली. फाइन. Okay, one more announcement for you. This Sunday there will be test, right? Regular syllabus test. Syllabus काय देऊयात? Syllabus will be KTG आणि conduction. Conduction केले ना तुम्ही? Conduction is that covered by you? मी कव्हर केलंय का conduction? Conduction चे सगळे क्वेश्चन मॉड्यूल मधले ऍडिशनल सॉल्व्ह करून विचारायचे आहेत. केटीजी चालू केलं असेल? केटीजी स्टार्टेड ऑर नो? टेल मी. केटीजी मॉड्यूल सॉल्विंग चालू केले का बाळांनो? येस, गुड. दॅट्स इट. दिस इज द सिलेबस. आता आउट ऑफ मार्क पाहिजे ना. ओके, क्वेश्चन पेपर टफ काढणार. क्वेश्चन पेपर टफ असेल, बट जस्ट डोंट वरी अबाउट दॅट. प्रिपरेशन करत, किती मार्क पडू देत, प्रिपरेशन करत राहा. ओके, कारण मी तुम्हाला सांगितलंय कधी क्वेश्चन पेपरची डिफिकल्टी फार वाढवली जाईल, कधी कधी फार कमी पण केली जाईल. ओके, सो जस्ट डोंट वरी अबाउट दी मार्क्स, फोकस ऑन दी प्रिपरेशन. म्हणजे सगळे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करा. जेवढे टाइप्स तुम्हाला माहित आहेत तेवढे सगळे टाइप्स कव्हर करायचा प्रयत्न करा. त्यातला कुठलाही टाइप जर मिस होत असेल तर तो एक्झाम मध्ये येईलच. कुठलाही टाइप तुम्ही मिस केला तर तो एक्झाम मध्ये येईलच. ओके, आणि त्या एक्झाम मध्ये जो काय टाइप आहे त्याचं सोल्युशन मिळेल ते पण बघायचं, ते डिस्कस करायचं. फाइन, म्हणजे तो टॉपिक सुद्धा रिमेनिंग जो काय आहे कव्हर होईल. पण हे दोन पॉइंट जरा कव्हर करून घ्या. ओके, फाइन. थर्मोडायनामिक्स दिस वीक, नेक्स्ट वीक कव्हर करू आपण. पण त्याच्या नेक्स्ट वीकला आपण बघूया की एखादा रिवाइज चॅप्टर ठरवता येईल किंवा मग त्यावेळी ठरवू. बट फॉर टाइम बिंग या संडेला टेस्ट असेल. फिजिक्सचा सिलेबस सांगितलेला आहे, केमिस्ट्रीचा सिलेबस सरना विचारून घ्या, मॅथ्स बायोचा सिलेबस सर मॅडमना विचारून घ्या. ओके, फाइन. So write down the heading as thermodynamics. Write down the heading as thermodynamics. Fine. Now write down first definition, thermodynamic equilibrium. Just keep on writing. Thermodynamic equilibrium. टेस्ट पुढच्या संडेला नाही, या येत्या संडेला, या आठवड्यामध्ये. रेग्युलर सिलेबस वरची टेस्ट आहे, 15 दिवसापूर्वी झाली होती, आता असेल. बाकीचे जे काही डाऊट्स आहेत टेस्ट विषयी ते मला आता लेक्चर झाल्यानंतर विचारा, जरा शिकवू द्या. नुसता टाइमपास नको. फाईन. थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम. A system is said to be, write down heading, thermodynamic equilibrium or thermal equilibrium. A system is said to be in, a system is said to be in, a system is said to be in thermal equilibrium or thermodynamic equilibrium, thermal equilibrium or thermodynamic equilibrium or thermodynamic equilibrium if the macroscopic, if the macroscopic variables, see, I'm not saying microscopic, I'm saying macroscopic variables, macroscopic variables of the system, if macroscopic variables of the system remain constant, म्हणजे इक्विलिब्रियम आहे. गोष्टी चेंज होत नाहीत म्हणजे इक्विलिब्रियम. The macroscopic variables are remaining constant, they are not changing. It means that there is thermal equilibrium or thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay. Now what are the macroscopic variables? Let us choose the system as gas. Let us choose the system as gas. If you choose gas as a system, then what are the macroscopic variables which can characterize your system? Write down. Pressure, volume, temperature, pressure, volume, temperature, mass or number of moles, means amount of substance, composition, these are some of the macroscopic variables, okay, which characterize the system. Okay, हळूहळू आम्हाला हे सगळं समजेल. Initially just keep on writing, just get familiar with the terms. चॅप्टरच्या ज्या काही टर्म्स आहेत त्याच्याबरोबर जरा फेमिलियर होऊया. Just like KTG, initially we understood the assumptions, what the theory tries to say, we just tried to listen to it only, okay, and then we started to ask the questions. Fine. So these are some of the properties, these are some of the characteristics, okay, which can be used to explain the system or which can be used to denote the state of a system, okay, which can be used to denote the state of a system. For example, now new word, state of a system. So just like position of the particle is given by x and y coordinate, position is given by x and y coordinates, or position is given by x, y and z coordinates, position is given by x, y and z coordinates. Just like that, state of a system can also be given by two or more characteristics. Just like x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate, these are three coordinates. Just like three coordinates, we can have three characteristics or maybe 4 characteristics, or maybe 5 characteristics. Okay, so state of a system means what? Certain combination of pressure, volume and temperature. Let's say first state is P1, V1, T1. First state of a gas is P1, V1, T1. Now the state of a gas is changed. It means that either pressure is changed, or volume is changed, or temperature is changed, or all of them are changed, or all of them are changed. So now the state of a gas is changed. When these variables of the gas change, we say that state of a gas is changing. Now state here does not mean solid, liquid, gas. Gas will always remain gas. State in the sense certain combination of pressure, volume and temperature is called as a state. Certain combination of macroscopic variables is called as a state. Is this definition of the state clear to all of you? मी काय काय बोलतोय समजतंय का? Let's get familiar with the terms. State change. Are you getting this? We have changed the state of a gas from this state to this state. Pressure has changed, or volume has changed, or temperature has changed, or all of them have changed. So in this way you can say that this is the first state of a gas, this is the second state of a gas. So the state of a gas is changed. Here state does not mean solid, liquid, gas. Gas will remain gas, only these variables will change. Is that clear? Just reply in the chat box. It is as good as indicating the position of the particle in the space. For that we need 3 variables, x, y, z. Here we may have 3 variables, 2 variables, 4 variables, 5 variables. So the state is constant. So the state is constant means, so when it's changing, it isn't thermal equilibrium. Will density matter here? Okay. काही questions येत आहेत. Let's check which of these questions are right now sensible to answer. Let me read one by one question. Or so the state is constant. So the state is constant means. So the state is constant means temperature, pressure, volume ही गोष्ट जर टाइम नुसार बदलत नसेल तर त्याला म्हणायचं इक्विलिब्रियम. If temperature, pressure and volume of a gas are not changing with time, it means that gas is in thermal or thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay, equilibrium in the sense no dynamics should be involved, everything should be static. Pressure बदलला नाही पाहिजे, temperature बदलला नाही पाहिजे, volume of the gas नाही बदलला पाहिजे. So gas is in thermal or thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay, number 1. Next doubt. Will density matter here? See, we have covered already volume and mass. Okay, so density has already been taken care of. Okay, density has already been taken care of. Okay, so in that sense you may say density right now doesn't matter. Okay, if volume changes, certainly density changes, because most of the cases, even though the state is changing, here see, here we are not writing mass. What does that mean? Here mass is going to be same. Amount of the gas, number of moles or its mass, we are not changing. What we are changing is pressure, temperature and volume. Okay, so we are not changing mass and we are changing volume. So certainly mass remaining same, volume is changing, density will change, density of the gas will change. Okay, any variable, any characteristic, any macroscopic characteristic can be taken as a variable. Any macroscopic characteristic can be taken as a variable. So you may ask, sir, will the density be macroscopic variable of the gas? Yes, it will, but it has already been taken care of. Okay, it has already been taken care of. Fine. Next question. Sir, here the state is changing from P1, V1 to P2, V2. So it's not in equilibrium. Okay, fine. So let me try to answer that also. Yes, you all are trying to ask all the obvious doubts which I was supposed to explain. मी हेच सांगणार होतो, तुम्ही मला तेच विचारताय. Okay, so it's good that your natural curiosity is exactly matching with the logic and the flow of the chapter. Fine. So this is called as initial state, this is called as final state. Okay, let's try to get familiar with the terms. This is called as initial state. Initial word is important. Okay, this is called as final state. Fine. Now, when the gas is changing its state, means it is moving from the initial state to final state. During the process or whatever the process happens, that process is called as thermodynamic process. Thermodynamic process is the process which changes the state of a gas. Thermodynamic process is the process which changes the state of a gas or state of a system. So during the process, there is definitely no thermal equilibrium. Definitely there will not be any thermodynamic equilibrium. During the process, there will not be thermodynamic equilibrium, because during the process, state is changing. During the process, state is changing. At the start, there may be thermodynamic equilibrium. At the end, there may be thermodynamic equilibrium. But in between there is a process. This is the initial state. This is the final state. In between the two states, there is a process. There is a process which is called as thermodynamic process. Now, thermodynamic processes are of different types. First type, isothermal process. It means that temperature will remain same during entire process. Pressure and volume will change. In this process, if this process is of different types. Let's say isothermal process. It means that during the entire process, temperature will not change, but pressure and volume will change. Is that clear to all of you? Tell me in the chat box. Is that clear? थोड़ा समझने लगने का? Are we getting familiar with the terms? बघा जरा. Isothermal process. Okay, we indicated here isothermal process. Okay, good. So similarly, there are other types of processes also. So what are those? Let us take isochoric process. Can anyone tell me what is isochoric process? Isochoric. Do you know what is isochoric? Pressure constant? No, it is isobaric. Hey, how do you say? How can you say pressure stays same? In isochoric, I am saying isochoric, not isobaric. It is volume constant. How can you say pressure constant? Isochoric. Isothermal we are familiar with. Sir, temperature will remain same during the entire process. Yes. Now all of you are giving the same correct answer. So it is the volume which will remain the same. It is the volume of the container and ultimately the volume of the gas. Those are not going to change. Okay, sir. So this process in which pressure and temperature are changing, P1 becoming P2, T1 becoming T2, but volume, even in the entire process, it is not changing. Final volume, initial volume, they are same. But even during the process, the volume is not changing. Such type of process is called as isochoric process. Okay, fine. So one more type, isobaric. Isobaric. What is the meaning of isobaric? What will be the constant? Tell me. You already know it. Now volume will change, temperature will change. What will remain constant? Pressure will remain constant. Yes. So here guys, pressure will remain constant. And the thermodynamic process in which pressure remains constant. Thermodynamic process in which pressure remains constant is called as, what is this arrow indicating? Process. What is the process? Process is that phenomena which changes the state, thermodynamic state of a system. Initial thermodynamic state will be changed to final thermodynamic state, and this change is brought about by a process, and it is also called as thermodynamic process. There are different types of thermodynamic processes. Fine. So if pressure during the thermodynamic pressure, if the pressure during the thermodynamic process remains constant, the process will be called as isobaric. Okay. So isothermal, isochoric, isobaric. This much now we know. All right. There are other types of processes also. For example, adiabatic process. Okay, polytropic process. Okay, those processes we can discuss, but not right now. Okay, we will discuss, definitely we are going to discuss those processes. We are actually going to write the equations for those processes. Okay, and that too with understanding, without remembering anything. We are going to write the equations for the processes, that too with understanding. So just don't worry about the types of processes and the equations. Okay. For time being, tell me, up to this point, everything is clear or not? थर्मोडायनामिक्स मधलं आता आपण जे काय थर्मोडायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम, स्टेट, चेंज ऑफ स्टेट, प्रोसेस, टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोसेसेस, एवढं समजलं का जरा बघा. पहिल्यांदा टर्म सगळ्या फॅमिलियर व्हायला पाहिजे. पहिल्यांदा तुमची माझी लँग्वेज आपण सेम करून घेऊयात. मग तुम्ही जसं केटीजी मध्ये मला शेवटच्या लेक्चरला भरपूर डाऊट विचारले आणि सगळं मी ठरवलं होतं 20 मिनिट्स, मी माझ्याकडे 40 मिनिटाचे कम्प्लीट लेक्चर करून घेतले केटीजी. आय एम एक्सपेक्टिंग दॅट. तेच सगळं परत थर्मोडायनामिक्सचं करून घ्या, नो डाऊट. म्हणजे आम्हाला तो मीन फ्री पाथचा फॉर्म्युला पाहिजे होता, आम्ही घेतला सरांकडून. गुड. विसरू शकतो माझ्याकडनं. तसं ते करायचंय पण आता लगेच नाही. शेवटच्या 1-2 लेक्चर मध्ये करा की थर्मोडायनामिक्स सर मधलं सर आम्हाला आता हे पण सांगा ते पण सांगा, कारण आता आमचं लॉजिक इथपर्यंत आलेलं आहे जिथं आम्ही तुमच्या बरोबर डिस्कशन करू शकतोय. ओके, आता पहिल्यांदा आपण काय करूयात, आपली लँग्वेज जरा सेम करून घेऊयात, तुमची माझी लँग्वेज सेम करून घेऊयात. ओके, सो बेसिक काही कन्फ्युजन राहणार नाही माझ्या सांगण्यामध्ये आणि तुमच्या समजून घेण्यामध्ये. सो इथपर्यंत समजलेलं आहे. फाईन, इथपर्यंत जरा काय 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 लिहून घेताय जरा बघा. आता आपण फक्त थर्मल किंवा थर्मोडायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम याच्याविषयी लिहून घेतलेलं आहे. ओके, लेट्स राईट वन मोर थिंग, झिरो लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स. लेट्स राईट वन मोर. Let's write zeroth law of thermodynamics. Okay, and then second law, third law are in pipeline. Okay, so just for time being, let's write law of thermodynamics which we already know. Just write down zeroth law of thermodynamics, just for a note. Keep on writing zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now here specifically we will be using the word thermal equilibrium. Okay, thermal equilibrium, where exclusively temperature will be considered. Okay, so just write down, if system A, if the system A is separately in thermal equilibrium, if system A is separately in thermal equilibrium with system B and C, okay, means A is in thermal equilibrium with B and separately A is also in thermal equilibrium with C. या दोघांचं काय thermal equilibrium आहे. Temperature of A equal to temperature of B, no heat flow. Temperature of A equal to temperature of C, no heat flow. Implies that if system A is separately in thermal equilibrium with system B and C, then B and C are also in thermal equilibrium. B and C are also in thermal equilibrium. Okay, sir. Thermal equilibrium. So if this is the case, it implies that B and C are also in thermal equilibrium. This is the zeroth law of thermodynamics that we already know. Just make a note and just let me know in the chat box, clear and written. एवढा एक नोट वाला पॉइंट ऍडिशनल कव्हर झाला. zeroth law we already know also. Okay, fine. A चं टेम्परेचर B इतकं आहे, A चं टेम्परेचर C इतकं आहे. If temperature of A is equal to B, temperature of A is equal to C, obvious that temperature of B and C will be equal. There will not be any heat transfer between B and C. Fine. All right. Okay. हा, आता टेस्ट तुम्हाला काय विचारायचं विचारा, थोडा वेळ आपल्याकडे आहे, विचारू शकता. टेस्ट या संडेला असेल 18th April. Any problem? Shall not be any problem. Syllabus already covered. Questions, most of the questions you have already solved. You will get around 6 days. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, complete 5 days. रिव्हिजन लेक्चर, कुठली रिव्हिजन पाहिजे तुला? टेस्टच्या सिलेबस जास्त आहे. केटीजी, हा कायनामॅटिक्सच्या रिव्हिजनचं लेक्चर आपण करू. मॅथ्स फंक्शन असं जर आपण करत राहिलो, सिलेबस फार जास्त आहे, फायनलला तर आपल्याला भरपूर जास्त सिलेबस द्यायचे. ओके ठीक आहे, तरी एकदा सरांशी डिस्कस करून घेतो मी, तुम्ही एकदा सरांशी डिस्कस करा, मॅथ्सचा सिलेबस थोडासा कमी करून घ्यायला सांगा मग. ओके, पण आय थिंक कंडक्शन फिजिक्सला तरी काय अडचण नाहीये. ओके, केमिस्ट्रीचा सिलेबस अजून सांगायचं आहे. तेवढं जरा तुम्ही लोड हँडल करायला शिकलं पण पाहिजे. ओके, एखाद्या सब्जेक्टचा सिलेबस कधी जास्त असेल कधी कमी असेल. सो फिजिक्स आता ऍज सच काही जास्त नाहीये. केमिस्ट्रीचा काय आहे, केमिस्ट्रीचा सांगितलंय आयसोमरिझम. ओके ठीक. मॅथ्स जरा तुम्हाला कमी करायचं असेल तर सरांशी डिस्कस करा, मी एकदा सांगतो. पण त्यांना जर तो वाटत असेल की 6 दिवसात होतोय, तर त्याचा अर्थ असा आहे की तुम्ही तो प्रयत्न करून 100% कम्प्लीट करू शकताय. ओके, पण काहीतरी टार्गेट असलं पाहिजे आपल्याला, कधीपर्यंत गोष्टी कम्प्लीट करायच्या. ओके, 2 days इज लिटिल लेस फॉर कम्प्लीट रिव्हिजन. 2 दिवस नाही बा, 6 दिवस आता तुला रिव्हिजन वाल्या टेस्टचा सिलेबस म्हणत नाही. वी युजली हॅव 2 weeks फॉर दी रेग्युलर टेस्ट. सो आपण रेग्युलर सिलेबसचा अभ्यास करत नव्हतो का आता? रेग्युलर सिलेबस जो काय चालू होता त्याचं रोज थोडं सॉल्व्हिंग आम्ही करतच होतो. हा, आता टेस्टसाठी परत ते जे काय सॉल्व्हिंग केले त्यातलं जे काय शिल्लक राहिले ते करणं. अदरवाईज सरांना डिस्कस करून आपण सिलेबस कमी करून घेऊ. ठीक आहे, कारण आपल्या सांगण्यानुसार फायनल एक्झामच्या डेट बदलत नाही, ही गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवा. थोडंसं कमी जास्त अभ्यास करायची सवय तुम्हालाही लागली पाहिजे. ओके, सो एका विषयाचा जर फार जास्त असेल आणि बाकीच्या 2 विषयांचा कमी असेल तर ऍडजस्ट करायला शिकलं पाहिजे असं माझं म्हणणं. हा, तरीही ऍडजस्ट होत नसेल तर 1 दिवसामध्ये आपण तो सिलेबस चेंज करू. ओके, जस्ट डोंट वरी अबाउट दॅट. इफ इट इज टू हाय, मी पण जरा चेक करतो किती आहे, काय आहे, किती कम्प्लीट करायचं चेक करतो आणि तुम्हाला इन्फॉर्म करतो. ओके, अदरवाईज देर शुड नॉट बी एनी प्रॉब्लेम विथ द सिलेबस. ओके, आणि 2-2 वीक जर आम्ही मागत गेलो तर ओव्हरऑल 15 महिन्यांमध्ये फक्त 30च एक्झाम्स होते. ओके, आणि 15 महिन्यामध्ये आपल्याला सिलेबस कम्प्लीट करायचं नाही, त्याच्या आधी करायचं. ओके, सो थोडासा विचार तुम्ही करत चला. आणि मध्ये जो काय मधल्या ज्या काही रिव्हिजनच्या टेस्ट आहेत, ज्या रिव्हिजनच्या टेस्ट आहेत बाळांनो, त्या रिव्हिजनच्या टेस्टचा अभ्यास जसं तुम्हाला आम्ही चॅप्टर रिवाइज करून दिल्यानंतर तुम्ही करत असता. ओके, तसं रोजच्या रोज जे काही शिकवलं जातं, तसं आता थर्मोडायनॅमिक्सचं थोडंसं शिकवलंय. आता थर्मोडायनॅमिक्सचं जेवढं शिकवलंय 1-2 दिवसात थर्मोडायनॅमिक्सचं थोडंफार शिकवून घेईल. लगेच त्याच्यानंतर मॉड्यूल मधले 5-6 क्वेश्चन, 7-8 क्वेश्चन सोडवले पाहिजेत रोजच्या रोज. तसं जर केलं तर रेग्युलर सिलेबस साठी सुद्धा तुम्हाला 2 वीक कम्प्लीट मिळतात. ओके, तरी एकदा मी चेक करतो अजून काय अडचण आहे का. अजून असं काही अडचण नसेल, सिलेबस सोडून वेगळी काय अडचण नसेल. ओके, पण आपल्याला टेस्ट घ्यायची आहे. टेस्ट दरवेळी पुढे ढकलणं ही टेंडन्सी नको आहे. ओके, ही टेंडन्सी नको आहे. ती गोष्ट पर्टिक्युलरली चुकीची आहे, ती आपल्याला करायची नाहीये. सिलेबस मी सरांशी बोलून घेतो आणि सांगतो तुला. चला ठीक.